Good morning, students. Hope all are fit and fine. Student, let's start our today's lecture. Today, we are going to continue with our subject Geography, chapter number 5, Winds, part 2. Students, in our first part, we have learned everything about winds and type of winds, right? Winds are nothing but a movement of air. It is called as winds. Student, in our today's lecture, we are going to see another part of winds which are known as cyclones. Okay? So, let's start. Cyclones. Cyclonic conditions are created when a low pressure area is surrounded by high pressure area. In this condition, winds start blowing towards low pressure area from surrounding high pressure area. Student, underline this low pressure area and high pressure area. Due to the rotation of the earth, the cyclonic winds in the northern hemisphere move in an anti-clockwise direction, whereas they move in a clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. Student, underline this also. Northern hemisphere moves in anti-clockwise direction. Southern hemisphere moves in clockwise direction. During a cyclone, the sky is cloudy, winds blow with a very high velocity, and it rains heavily. The area affected by cyclone is limited. The duration, velocities, direction, and place of origin of these winds is unpredictable. Underline this word unpredictable and write down the meaning over there. Cannot be predicted. Now student, let's see the explanation. Student, what do you mean by cyclone? Now student, cyclones are always created or always originated when low pressure area is surrounded by high pressure area. Remember this student, when the cyclones will going to come? When, look at this diagram over here, when low pressure area is surrounded by high pressure area. Now, you know what is low pressure area. Am I right? I have explained you in the first part. Low pressure area is an area but the temperature is high and the pressure is low. So that area is known as low pressure area. So when we learning about cyclone, student, here the winds are start blowing from low pressure area. You can see over here in the diagram the interior of the region. Okay, you can see low pressure area is there and the surrounding areas are the high pressure area. Means the interior, it is a area which is experiencing low pressure, and the nearby close by area, all the areas those are experiencing high pressure. So in this condition student, when one area is experiencing low pressure and other nearby area is experiencing high pressure, in that condition the cyclones are going to be created or experienced. Understood? Now student, see the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Look at this picture over here. Now suppose the cyclones are experienced in a particular region. Am I right? So in the northern hemisphere, that cyclones is moving means that winds which are coming with cyclones, that winds are moving in an anti-clockwise direction. You can see in the diagram over here, student, the arrows are moving in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. Means 10, 9, 8, 7, like that, means backward. So when cyclones come, student, in northern hemisphere, winds blow in anti-clockwise direction. Whereas, student, in southern hemisphere, you can see over there in the image, in southern hemisphere, the direction of the wind, the arrows has been showing over there. So the direction of the wind moves in clockwise direction. You can see the arrow of the wind over there, student. That arrows are moving in which direction? Clockwise direction. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, it is in clockwise, right? So student, what I want to say is, whenever the cyclone experienced by a particular region, in that time, in northern hemisphere, winds always blow in anti-clockwise direction, whereas in southern hemisphere, winds blow in clockwise direction, right? Now the cyclones are coming in a particular region. So how come we know that cyclones are coming, student? Let's see. See, the sky becomes cloudy. What happened when the cyclones are arriving? The sky becomes cloudy. You can see the cloudy sky over here. Winds blow with a very high velocity. That time, student, the velocity, the speed of the wind is very high. And now the winds are blowing with a high velocity. The sky is also cloudy. It means what? Yes, it means it start raining heavily. Now it raining continuously. Okay, and the wind is also blowing very high. It means that the cyclones are created in a particular region. Understood how cyclones come, student? Okay. Now, student, when the cyclones come in a region which is experiencing a low pressure, okay, suppose if cyclones are coming in a region where the pressure is low, so at that time, that area is affected, is limited. Okay, whatever area, student, which are coming under low pressure, that area is affected limitedly by cyclones. Now what time the cyclones will going to come? Do you know? No, we doesn't know that when the cyclones will going to come. So the time of the cyclones, the velocity of the wind, okay, and the place where it will going to come, we, you or me cannot predict it. So it is unpredictable. We cannot say that in a particular region now it's raining heavily, so now the cyclone will going to come in that region. No, we cannot predict that. It is unpredictable. Understood, student? So this is how cyclones arrive in a particular region. So cyclones always start from center of a low pressure area and moving towards the high pressure area. Understood, student? What do you mean by cyclones and how cyclones hit a particular region? Okay, now let's see the second one. Second we are having is cyclonic storms. Cyclones occurring in the western part of the Pacific Ocean along the coast of Japan, China, Philippines, etc. are known as typhoons. Student, underline this. Japan, China, Philippines are known as typhoons. These storms arise in the month between June and October. Due to high velocity, winds and heavy rains, this proved to be destructive. The cyclones in the Caribbean Sea, underline this Caribbean Sea student, are known as hurricanes. Underline hurricanes also. These are also destructive in nature. During these storms, the minimum velocity of the wind is 60 km per hour. Underline this also student. Cyclones also originate in the temperate zone. Underline this temperate zone student. But they are not so powerful and hence they are not destructive. Now let's see what do you mean by cyclonic storms. Student, the name itself indicates that cyclonic storms means along with the cyclone the storms are also coming. Means cyclone along with storms means tufan. So that's why it is known as cyclonic storms. Right? Now see, when we have a rainy season student, can you tell me? Yes? Yes. From June to September, we are experiencing rainy season. In our country, from June to September, we are having which season? Rainy season, right? So, from June to September, we are having monsoon season here, right? So, at this time, student, what happened? These cyclonic storms occur in western part of Pacific Ocean. Understood? When we are having monsoon season here, student, at that time these cyclonic storms are occurring in the western part of Pacific Ocean in the coast of Japan, China and Philippines. In this coast, the cyclonic storms are originated. And when these cyclonic storms are originated in three of these coasts, they are given some name. So, they are known as typhoons. What they are known as? Typhoons. So, these typhoons they came in the Pacific Ocean, but where? Along the coast of Japan, China and Philippines. Understood student what do you mean by typhoons and where they came? Okay. Since these cyclones are blowing with a very high velocity and heavy rains are also coming, when winds are blowing, it's rain heavily, right? So student, these typhoons are very destructive. Now, destructive means we can say it can be a loss of life and loss of property as well. When this type of typhoons came student, people can lose their life as well as their property. So, typhoons are very destructive. Understood? Now, this we are talking about western part of the Pacific Ocean, that is about typhoons, right? Now, whereas this cyclone student they are also occurring in the Caribbean Sea. Okay, cyclones also coming in Caribbean Sea. Now, what is this cyclone name as? So, here in Caribbean Sea, it has given the name as hurricanes. What it has given name? Hurricanes. Okay. So, whenever someone asks you what is hurricane, so hurricane is also a student cyclone which are coming in the Caribbean Sea. Understood? You can see the picture of this hurricane over here. Student, hurricane is very destructive in nature. Comparing to typhoons, it is very destructive in nature. When this hurricane student hit a particular region or occurring in a particular region student, the minimum velocity of the wind which are blowing during this hurricane is 60 kilometer per hour. What is the speed? 60 kilometer per hour. We have already learned that the speed of wind is measured with the knots or kilometer per hour. So, the minimum velocity of the winds which are blowing at the time of hurricane is 60 kilometer per hour. Okay, and the cyclones which are originated over here is named as hurricane. Now student, we have seen that cyclones are coming under the Pacific Ocean also. Cyclones are coming in the Caribbean Sea also. But not only this student, cyclones are also occurring in the temperate zone also. Now, what is temperate zone? Look, you can see the picture over here. Temperate zone student are the region where the rainfall is moderate. Moderate means not too much. Okay, here it's raining, not too much. So now you might be thinking that here it's not raining too much. Then how come cyclone come over here? Yes, in temperate zone also student, cyclone may be originated, but these cyclones are not so powerful and hence they are also not destructive in nature. Why like that? Because it's not raining heavily over here. So because of less rainfall, these cyclones are not powerful and they doesn't damage any property of the people over there. So understood student, what are cyclonic storms? Okay, so move ahead. The next we are having is anticyclones. Let's see what is this. Under specific atmosphere condition, the air pressure in a particular region increases and the pressure in the surrounding areas remain low. In this situation, wind blow from a center towards the surrounding area in a circular manner. In the northern hemisphere, these winds blow in a clockwise direction, whereas in the southern hemisphere, they blow in a anti-clockwise direction. During anticyclone, the skies are clear, winds blow with a lesser velocity, and the weather is pleasant. Now see, what do you mean by anticyclone? It is student just the opposite of cyclone. Okay, anticyclone means opposite of cyclones. Like you say student, synonymous, antonyms, these are all the opposite. Am I right? So the opposite of cyclone is anticyclone. Understood? Now see. Fine. In anticyclone student, in a particular region, the air pressure increases. What happened over here now? In anticyclone, the air pressure in a particular region is increases and the pressure in the surrounding areas remain low. Look at this diagram over here student. You can understand it well. Now see, this is a diagram of anticyclone. Okay. Now how the anticyclone will going to come? In the interior of the region, it is a region which is experiencing high pressure. Okay. And surrounding area, it is surrounded by, means the other close by area, it is surrounded by low pressure. So here what happened? Surrounded area remains low, okay, and the interior area, the pressure is high. It means that the cyclones which are going to come over here is anticyclones. You might have seen it is the opposite of cyclone, right? In cyclone we have seen the interior area is low, whereas here in anticyclone the interior area experiencing high pressure. Am I right? Okay. Now see, when this cyclones come, when this anticyclone comes, student, the air pressure blow from center in a circular manner. This is how anticyclones winds blow. You can see over here, during anticyclone the winds are blowing from the center. Okay, it start blowing from the center in a circular manner, and all the winds, what happened, it has been moving out, it has been throwing out from center. Wind start blowing and it has been throwing out. You can see the arrow has been shown the outward direction. Okay, all the arrows has been showing outward direction, so it means it start blowing from center and throwing outside. Now hence student, because of this what happened, because of the wind velocity is high and all the wind has been throwing out, because of this student what happened, rainfall in such area is quite low. Means this area is also experiencing less rainfall. Understood? Now the region where the anticyclone experience is the temperate zone. When this anticyclone comes, student, it comes in the temperate zone. Why? Because the rainfall is less over here in temperate zone. Because why the rainfall is less over here? Because the wind is keep moving, it's keep on moving, and all the winds, all the airs have been thrown out. That is why this area receive less rainfall. Fine student. So this is a anticyclones, opposite of cyclones. See, again I'm explaining. Let's see both the diagram over here, student. I'm explaining with you. Cyclones are originated from the low pressure area. The center start from a center low pressure area, and all the region has surrounded by high pressure area. Whereas anticyclones originate from the center area experiencing high pressure, and the surrounding area is surrounded by low pressure area. So anticyclone is just the opposite of cyclones. So I hope you understood this, student. I think this is all clear to you, children. Anticyclones, cyclones and cyclonic storms. So now we are going to discuss some question and answers with you all. So let's start with the first question. Identify the types of winds from the description given below. Now see student, here the question has been given to you. From this question you have to imagine or you have to identify which type of wind it is, which we have learned in our first part, that is type of winds, right? Let's see the first question. These winds from the southwest bring rains to the Indian subcontinent. During June to September, India gets rain. After this period, these winds retreat. Now see student, I have explained you this wind which are starting from the southwest and it bring rain and it's blowing towards the Indian subcontinent. So which are this wind? This wind are known as southwest monsoon wind, because it start blowing from the southwest to the northwest. That's why it is known as which wind? Southwest monsoon winds. Understood? Let's see the second question. This wind blowing from the North Pole region towards 60-degree north parallel. See, this wind has start blowing from where? From North Pole. Towards, it is going to which direction? Towards the cold wave condition. In extensive area covering North America, Europe and Russia. It means student that these winds are start blowing from north region and it is moving towards the polar area. Cold region means we are having only one area, that is polar area. So it is which wind? Yes, right. It is polar winds. Understood? Let's see the third one. Hilltops get heated quickly during the day. The air in this part becomes hot, light and start ascending. Hence, a low pressure area forms in this region. Now see, this is a hilly area, a mountainous area, which is get heated quickly during a daytime. So, air in this part become very hot and start moving towards the higher altitude. So, it is which wind, student? Yes, the name of the wind is valley breeze. Understood? Okay. Let's see the second question. That is answer in short. Let's see the first question. Why is the air pressure high in polar areas in both the hemisphere? Now see the answer. In both the polar region, see student, both the polar region means in southern hemisphere also and in northern hemisphere also. Okay. The temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius throughout the year. I have explained you that in southern hemisphere also and northern hemisphere also. Means in both the polar region, the temperature is always 0 degree Celsius throughout the year. It's snow over there. It's freezing over there. Hence, air is cold over there, right? Therefore, student, the air pressure is high in polar area in both the hemisphere. Understood why? Because the temperature is always 0 degrees Celsius. The air is very cold. It's snowing over there. Therefore, polar area is always high pressure area. Understood? Let's see the second question. What effect does the rotation of the earth have on the winds? Let's see. The earth rotates from west to east. The rotation of the earth causes the change in the original direction of the wind. Second point, due to earth rotation, winds get deflected towards the right of the original direction in northern hemisphere and towards the left of the original direction in the southern hemisphere. Now see student, as we know that earth are rotating from west to the east, right? And because of this rotation, what happened? Winds are always blowing from its original direction. Am I right? Due to this rotation, student, what happened? As I have explained in the first part that winds are blowing from right of the original direction in northern hemisphere, and what happened in southern hemisphere? Yes, if in northern hemisphere it is blowing in right, then in southern hemisphere it is blowing from the left of that original direction. Why this happens, student? Because of the rotation of the earth. Understood, student? Okay. Let's see the third question. Why do the cyclonic winds blow in a circular manner? Now see, why this cyclonic winds always blow in a circular manner, student? Just now we have seen. Let's see the answer. Cyclonic winds condition are created when a low pressure area is surrounded by high pressure area. I have explained you When the cyclone will going to come? When the low pressure area, middle is low pressure area, and all the surrounded area is surrounded by high pressure area. Means cyclone always start from a interior of a low pressure area, right? In this condition, winds start blowing from all the direction from the surrounding high pressure areas towards the central low pressure area. Now see, in this condition, what happened? In this condition means cyclone are starting from a low pressure area, then the high pressure area. So in this condition, what happened? Winds always start blowing from high pressure area towards the low pressure area, that I have explained you, right? Therefore student, the cyclonic winds always blow in a circular manner, in a round manner. Understood student? Okay. So student, whatever I have explained you now about the cyclones, anticyclones and the cyclonic storms, I hope this is clear to you. So go through once again and copy down all these notes in a proper manner in your CW book. Okay? So take care everyone and thank you.